problem is subconscious
The
mind.
subconscious mind.
The subconscious mind.
Ever catch yourself doing something you never actually chose to do, like grabbing your phone before you even realize you're lonely? Feels like a decision, but underneath something else is running the show. Something ancient, something quieter than your thoughts, and way more powerful. That something is the secret motor of your entire life. The subconscious mind. Up to 95% of what you do every single day runs on autopilot. Not chosen, not decided, just playing back. A silent web of old memories, ingrained habits, and emotional programs buried deep in your brain. Most of your personality, never actually picked by you. Here's the kicker. Your subconscious doesn't give a damn about your happiness or your goals. It only cares about one thing, survival. So you keep telling yourself the same old stories, the ones that feel familiar, even when they hurt. Think about this. Before you ever learned how to think, you were already learning how to feel. Way before your first word came out, the world was already scribbling its message inside you. Not with words, with tone, rhythm, quiet. A look that hung in the air too long, a sigh that whispered disappointment, a smile that made you feel safe for just a moment. Your subconscious watched everything, drinking it in, molding you, constructing the invisible blueprint of the person you would eventually grow into. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a biologist and epigenetics researcher, demonstrated that 95% of our daily actions are controlled by the subconscious, and this subconscious is primarily shaped in the first 7 years of life. During this phase, our brain predominantly operates at theta wave frequency, a highly receptive state similar to a hypnotic trance. It is during this time that we absorb beliefs, patterns, and limitations from the environment we live in. Now here's how this impacts your life in practice. If your subconscious believes that money is hard to make, you might still earn money, but somehow it always slips away. Unexpected expenses, bad investments, opportunities that never materialize. If your mind was programmed to believe that relationships are difficult, you might attract partners who reinforce that belief, creating a repetitive pattern of frustrations. If you were taught that you don't deserve success, you might notice that whenever you're about to achieve something great, an obstacle appears to stop your progress. Think about this. How many times have you set a goal, lose weight, make more money, build a healthy relationship, and somehow you ended up falling back into old habits? This happens because while your conscious mind wants to follow one path, your subconscious is already programmed to follow another. This is the reason why so many people try to change their lives but feel stuck in repetitive cycles. They don't realize that their energetic vibration is being determined by a subconscious that still operates under an old limiting program. The philosopher Alan Watts once said, "We rarely realize that our most private thoughts and feelings aren't really ours. They were handed down, shaped by quiet whispers, by footsteps in hallways, by how softly or sharply someone spoke your name. Your subconscious never forgets its first language, and that language is emotion. It still speaks through you, steering your reactions, guarding you against ghosts that aren't even there anymore." Most of your choices are made before you even realize it. Your brain, loyal to its past, fires up the same old circuits built back in childhood. Familiarity feels like safety, even when it hurts. That's why you keep chasing the same kind of love, the same arguments, the same quiet feeling of being invisible. Because pain, if you feel it long enough, starts to feel like home. You think you're looking for happiness, but your subconscious, it's only looking for what it already knows. In a laboratory, milliseconds before you decide to lift your hand, electrodes light up in your motor cortex. Your body gets ready to act before your mind even thinks it's in charge. Neuroscience calls this pre-conscious processing. Here's what that means. Your subconscious isn't some vague idea. It's a living system, older than your reasoning mind. It lives in the oldest folds of your brain. First, the limbic system. This is where emotion overrules logic. It processes fear, pleasure, memory, and motivation. Then, the basal ganglia. This is where repetition turns into ritual, where actions become automatic habits you don't even think about. These regions don't speak in words or plans. They speak in feeling, in impulse, in that quiet tug inside you that just knows what feels right or wrong.
Exhaustion with purpose. Carl Jung once wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. The shadow is not evil, it is exiled truth. It only becomes a monster when ignored." Dr. Joseph Murphy is one of the greatest teachers of the subconscious mind. In his book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, he wrote about how to befriend your subconscious mind. He said, "Become a magnetized man, full of confidence and faith. Know that you are born to win and to succeed. The secret is the miracle-working power found in your own subconscious mind. Look upon your own mind as a garden. You are planting seeds, thoughts, in your subconscious mind all day long, based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, right. Learn how to use it. The infinite intelligence within your subconscious mind can reveal to you everything you need to know at every moment. You can receive new thoughts and ideas, enabling you to bring forth new inventions, make new discoveries, or write books and plays.